Hey everyone, it's Yasmin Woodland and welcome back to my channel. So if you are new here, you can go ahead and tap that subscribe button and tap the bell right beside it to get notifications on whenever I upload future videos. So hopping right into the story, alright? As you can tell by the title of this video, everyone, David Eason and Jenelle Evans, they have lost all rights and they have lost full custody of their kids. So I'm going to hop right into this story, all right? So I'm going to include a snippet so you all can read along with me. And it states right here, Jenelle Evans and David Eason suffered a major court defeat Tuesday when a judge ruled that they will not regain custody of their 3 children, and they will have virtually no face-to-face contact for the time being. After 4 days of explosive testimony in which Jenelle, David, Kaiser's dad, Nathan Griffith, and others testified about problems in the home, the judge decided there were serious issues with Jenelle and David that put the children at risk. The trigger for the hearing was David killing the family dog earlier this month. As we reported, Child Protective Services ordered 4-year-old Kaiser to stay with Nathan, 9-year-old Jace with his grandmother, Barbara, and 2-year-old Inslee also with Barbara. Sources connected to the case tell TMZ, for the time being, Jenelle and David can see their kids only once a week for 1 hour with supervision. As one source put it, it's all David's fault. Another source says the judge laid out a number of steps Jenelle and David must take in order to regain custody, including parenting classes, counseling, and a weekly drug testing. And yet, another source told us Kaiser was extremely fearful of going back to the family house and claimed he was being mistreated by David. His concerns were brought up in the court and we're told affected the judge's decision. As for Jenelle, one source says she was stunned by the ruling and believed that she would walk out of court Tuesday with her kids. Instead, she walked out with David. All right, everyone, so that is what the news is pretty much reporting on numerous outlets. You have E! News, you have TMZ, you have all these outlets pretty much stating what all went down Tuesday, which was yesterday which was today. Today's Tuesday, so I'm gonna hop right into my final thoughts, all right? I honestly am not surprised. I think I pretty much foresaw this. I mean, I think that given the circumstances, I had a gut feeling that the judge would not give them full custody of their kids back because I personally feel that it's a little too soon for them to regain custody of their children back. Furthermore, it takes more than just going to court and just saying, hey, I want my children back, right? I mean, there's a reason to why they're taken away. And until you pretty much nip that reason in the bud or you fix that reason as to why they got taken away anyways, then you're probably not going to get your kids back. So I think that David Eason and Jenelle, mark my words, everyone, mark my words, it's going to take a while. I don't see them getting custody of any of their kids back anytime soon. And here's why I feel that way, all right? So I'm going to put back the news article, right? So if you look, it states that they have to take numerous steps to get their children back. Now, one of the steps says that they have to make sure that they fix all their issues, which is pretty much they have to do parenting classes, they have to do marital counseling. Furthermore, they have to do weekly drug testing. Now, my main thing is the drug use. I mean, there has been a lot of speculations and rumors going around saying that Jenelle is back on drugs. Now, I have no idea if that's true. I don't know. We can speculate, and that's why they're rumors. But we know her track record. We know her past. We know that when she was on, Teen Mom and stuff with her and her boyfriend Kiefer, and even prior to Kiefer and stuff like that, she was dabbling in drug use, everyone, okay? So given everything that's going on, it wouldn't surprise me if she's abusing drugs. It really would not surprise me. So I'm looking at what the judge is pretty much ordering David and Jenelle to do. And I can honestly say, I don't see them getting their kids back anytime soon. I would say a year, maybe a year plus, because even when it comes down to parent classes, you have to show yourself available. You have to show these people that you are willing to sit over here and put the work in to be a better parent. If these people who are teaching and mentoring these classes don't see that, and once they submit these court documents into the courts to the judge saying, hey, I didn't see them really participating, or they just seem disengaged, they're not going to get their children back. Same with the marital counseling. If the therapist deems that they are still not ready or their marriage is still broken, then they're not going to get their kids back. And especially if they test positive for any sort of substance that is not prescribed, or even if it's a prescription medication and it's over the dose of which the doctor prescribed, they're not going to get their kids back. I think that this is just the equivalent of kind of being on probation. Like, if you guys don't know what probation is, it's pretty much, you got into some trouble, some legal trouble, and whether it's drug use or whatever, and you're put on probation, which is pretty much saying like, hey, you are not to get in any trouble within this time period, or else, hey, you're going to go back to jail and everything else. So I feel like they're kind of on probation. Yes, they did it to themselves. Obviously, they put themselves in this situation, and it's sad for the kids. But I feel like, yeah, they're on probation, and I feel like any little thing that happens, whether it's a positive drug test, another fight her and David have, or anything like that, I feel like it can just delay them from getting their kids back. So this situation is insane. I mean, I can't even imagine what Jenelle is feeling right now, being that her son Jace, she's never had custody, ever had custody of Jace. Her mother Barbara has always had custody of Jace. So being that she can never keep custody of her kids. I mean, look at the pattern. Ever since Jace was born, he was taken away due to her, not being a fit mother. And now look. Her 2 other kids have been taken away due to her being an unfit mother. There are just behavioral patterns with Jenelle that these counseling sessions that the judge is ordering needs to be nipped in the bud. And I hope that she can really take heed to a lot of this help that is coming her way with these therapy sessions. I have read all of my comments, and you all have always pretty much speculated that, well, I know David said he's going to take anger management, or I know that Jenelle said that they're going to do marital counseling, but we think that the judge is ordering it. It's not on their own terms, and you all are absolutely correct. This is completely court ordered through the judge. The judge are making them go through these steps in order to get their kids back, and I can honestly say, I don't know if they're going to make it. I mean, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy here or a Debbie Downer. I'm just looking at the patterns. I'm looking at past behaviors, and I can just make a solid hypothesis or come to some sort of conclusion that I don't think they're going to get their kids back, period. It would not. I mean, look at Jace and Barbara. Barbara's probably going to have custody of Jace until he's 18. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see them getting their kids back. I definitely don't see Jenelle getting back on Teen Mom. She has literally no chance of that. I don't see David taking too fond to this, given his track record and his background and his anger. They have a lot of things to work on, because a person does not change overnight. It takes a long time. Just like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, there's a process to that, okay? They have to go inside of the cocoon for a certain amount of time before they actually break out of it into a butterfly and fly. So with humans, with us, it takes time to sit over here and actually change and actually want to change our ways for the better. It takes practice, and we have to take these skills that we learn through therapy and things of that nature, and we have to apply that to our actual real lives. So it's going to take a while. It's really going to take a while, and I am so ecstatic that Kaiser, once again, I've said in my videos over and over, and I'll say it again, that he is with Nathan, his father, Nathan Griffith, because we have even seen on Teen Mom of David just not treating Kaiser right. I mean, it states right there that Kaiser was fearful of David. I mean, down to the bone. I mean, I just did a video on, you know, David Eason having a visitation with his 11-year-old daughter Marissa from a previous relationship, and she was really standoffish. She was extremely scared of her father, and she ran into her grandmother's arms just to get away from David, and that's how scared she was. So with all of this stuff being said, everyone, all the kids have been placed with their grandmothers. So I'm just going to specify Jace, he has always been with Barbara, which is Jenelle's mother. So Inslee, she's been placed with Jenelle's mother, Barbara. And Barbara has full custody of Inslee. And now in regards to Kaiser, his father, Nathan Griffith, has full custody of Kaiser. As of right now, Jenelle and David Eason have no rights, and they can't even visit their kids face to face. I mean, imagine how humiliating that is, that you gave birth to these kids, right? And you have the law telling you that you can't even see your kids unless it's under supervision with maybe some sort of caseworker or CPS worker. It's only for 1 hour, and it's once a week. Imagine someone telling you that as a mother or as a father, giving you stipulations and guidelines for you to see your own children. But once again, like I said, this is completely on David and Jenelle's bad decisions that they have made. So they have made their beds, and now they lie in it. And that goes for any and everyone on this planet. And I just want to make sure that all the kids are safe. And I have a gut feeling that Barbara is going to try to keep full custody of Inslee. I don't think Barbara wants to give Inslee up. I really don't. If she had that same protection for Jace out of the love of her heart for her grandkids, she's going to have that same love for Inslee and even for Kaiser. But Kaiser's safe with his father. Nathan has already stepped forward and said that he wants to take full custody permanently for Kaiser. So who knows what is coming down the pipeline. I am not shocked whatsoever. The fact that Jenelle said she was stunned and she just truly thought she was going to waltz out of the courtroom with her kids, that's just laughable to me. I mean, that is just completely absurd. And I think now she's starting to realize the severity. I think before she was just like, oh no, I'm just going to get my kids back. It's whatever. No, actually, this is really serious, and until they both complete all these things of what the judge wants to do and they actually change, I don't think they're going to get their kids back anytime soon, if at all. So I am going to leave it there, everyone. So go ahead and hop in those comments and let me know your thoughts on this entire situation. What do you think Barbara thinks about having full custody of Inslee and Jace? What do you think about Nathan having full custody of Kaiser? What do you think Jenelle and David are feeling that they have actually no rights to their kids and they can't even see their kids face to face unless once a week for 1 hour under supervision? What do you all think about this crazy situation? Make sure you subscribe and tap that bell to get notifications on future videos that I upload. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll definitely see you guys in my next video with my update, and until then, see ya.